In this video, I'll be showing you how to use a conferencing software called Uber Conference. It's really easy to use, and right now their free version is allowing for longer calls and up to 50 participants. So we're going to click on the sign up button. You can sign up with Google, Office 365, LinkedIn, or just with your name and email. I'm just going to click the login button and log into my account that I already have set up, but it's super easy to set this up. All right, so this is the opening screen. So you can go straight to start a new conference, join another conference, or schedule for later. When you click join in on a conference, it'll show you a little preview of what your webcam looks like. You can check in on what microphone and speakers you're using, or you can join by phone if you don't want to join by desktop. When you click join the call, it'll have a ringtone.
This free conference call is provided by Uber Conference. You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
All right, and then you'll have that little greeting, and it'll give you a little bubble with your picture. You can go into the settings if you need to change something, if your microphone isn't working. You can also share your screen with everybody, which is really useful. So that's the button you would click to share your screen. You can change the call layout, so you can change if you see yourself or not. You can chat in the box, which is really useful, and then you can actually see what the activity has been, so you can see who's been joining and what time they joined in. You can see a list of all your participants, and you can see the meeting info. So if somebody emails you and says, I can't get in, you can always go in and try to re-invite them, and you don't have to leave the conference call. You can also choose to record the call if you would like to. Then when we hang up and we leave, we will be asked if we want to end the whole conference or just disconnect ourselves. Then it'll tell you everyone's talk time, what time they were actually in the meeting. You can give the meeting a name, and you can save it. All right, so then another option, if you're not the one who's hosting the conference, you can join another conference with someone else. All you have to do is enter in the URL that they gave you. You can also schedule your conferences in advance. So you just go right here, change the date and the time, and you can go up to 2 hours for the duration now, which is really useful. When you go to the next page, it'll ask you to send invites to anybody who wants to be part of that meeting. If you go down below, you can see settings, your account, your conferences. So we're going to go to conferences first, and we can check in on our past conferences or our upcoming conferences if you schedule them in advance. Then we can go over to our settings, and in our settings we can change pretty much everything. We can change our URL, we can change that music that we heard earlier, you can change to make a custom greeting when people join in. You have your participant and organizer pin, which you have to require, which makes this a little bit more secure and a good alternative to Zoom. You can choose if you want your callers on hold until you join, or if you want people to be able to join in without you. This one's the really important one, enable fun widgets. So you want to disable those if you're dealing with students, because it can be really distracting for them to have the fun game that the Uber conference automatically has built in. But here's where you can change pretty much every setting. I would recommend going through and checking each one to make sure that it's the way you want it to be before you start your first conference. Because by the time that you realize there's something you want to change, you can't change everything inside of the actual meeting. So you want to go through that first. If you pop over to account, it'll just give you some of your details, your phone number, your email. You can put in a profile picture, but the really important part is that you can add in contacts. So you can add contacts automatically, or you can download them from Google or from a contact CSV sheet, which is really useful, and it makes this even easier to use.